Scott, you've had a week to reflect on both the result and the performance. Looking back to Bulgaria, what are your thoughts now?
Yeah, really disappointed after the final whistle and waking up next morning and like reassessing and evaluating how we did. But then as you get further on into the week and you plan again for Thursday, it hits home the gap and how well we've done in the previous games. And like I've alluded to, that I think this is our fifth game in, being at that level, the pressure on us, I wouldn't say we're not used to that pressure because we've played in previous European campaigns, but I think for some of the newer players, the concentration levels and everything that goes with it, I think it was possibly one step too far, and that's why we had the result of 5-0. Individual errors, experienced players not playing at the level that we expect from them, whether that's through indecisiveness, fear, just not being on it at the game, playing in front of a bigger crowd, etc. So there's lots of permutations to why we lost the game 5-0, but there's also lots of reasons to be positive about how we've done in the previous 4 games also.
It's all about bringing things into perspective, and as we know, in the tunnel area in Bulgaria at the stadium, there are pennants from the likes of Paris Saint-Germain, AC Milan, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Liverpool, and we're not talking 20 or 30 years ago, we're talking recent seasons. Yeah. So that does bring things into perspective.
It does. You see Ozil there playing against them, was it last season before? You know, they're going to the Emirates and not losing by many. It's one we've got to get a bit of reality on it. You know, we're in no category of any Premiership teams, but far from it. And as long as we do our best and maintain the standards that we set, that's all we ask for. And if we fall short, then we fall short. You know, we can't do anything about it. We're not on a level playing field with these teams. We're well below them. We punch above our weight, and what the result will be. What we're looking to try and do is take small steps and improve every time, and make sure that, like the likes of Linfield who won and progressed to that final playoff stage, like Dundalk and Cork and Shamrock previous years, that's what we're looking to emulate. So I think steady improvement is the key, and not getting too frustrated along the way.
And now looking ahead to the second leg, you do have to be realistic. What are your thoughts on the game exactly?
Thoughts are to make sure that every individual that starts the game can come in after 94, 95 minutes of the game and just make sure that they've done everything they can. I'm not questioning anyone's attitude or application from last week, but I don't think, if they're honest with themselves, that they did themselves justice. It's all you can ask for if they give 100% commitment and whatever else, but I don't think they did in terms of being brave in possession, keeping the ball like we usually do. Just a week before, they did it in Copenhagen away, which is a far bigger task. So I think if we can do that, if we can make sure that the players are playing to their usual standards and giving it their all, then that's what we're looking for. I've also told them about the coefficient. If we can get a positive result, even a draw, we'll obviously look for a win, but if we can get a draw at home, it does benefit us for the season ahead.
The Bulgarian league is now underway. They've played 5 games. Ludogorets are actually top of the league. They're one of only 2 unbeaten sides out of the 14. They have the best goal difference. So they will also have one eye on their domestic league. They want to do what we want to do as well, which is to win the home league, the domestic league, to qualify for Europe. Do you think that could have a bearing on their selection?
A little bit, maybe. I probably think that they think the tie's done and dusted, and they played a relatively strong side again on the Sunday against CSKA Sofia, which was another one of their rivals. So I would say that in their minds they'll probably play a mixed side, but whatever side they play, like I've previously discussed, that whatever side they do put out is very strong, and they've got excellent players in every position and a change of player in every position.
We also begin our domestic campaign on Sunday against Carnarvon Town at home. Will you be looking at the game against Ludogorets with possibly the intention of resting certain players, maybe shuffling it around a little bit?
Yeah, certainly. We'll obviously assess after tomorrow night's game injuries and any fatigue or whatever. But we will be looking to make sure we use the squad and make sure that if anybody is showing signs of tiredness, then someone who's willing and able can come in and step in for us.
And one big positive from the trip to Bulgaria was the return of Blaine Hudson. How important is he to you as a manager?
Yeah, Blaine's massive to the team in both boxes. Defends very well. Any balls coming in, he's likely to be the number one, whether he's clearing with his head or playing out from the back, with composure. In the opposite end, he scores vital goals for us. Gets on the end of a lot of set plays. He's pivotal to what we do, and he's one of the first names on the team sheet.